This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our final Global Coherence Pulse of 2020. And happy solstice to everybody. Wow, what a potent time. We started this solstice weekend of celebration with a pulse on Saturday with Roland McCready and Claudia Wells and Manos. And there have been so many amazing gatherings that have been happening all throughout the weekend. And we join right now that current of love and blessing that's been generated by millions and millions of people around the world as we come into this final pulse of the year and a really nice integration at the end of this solstice weekend. If you have the Global Coherence app, you can sign in so that we can see your light on the map. It's a really beautiful thing. It's an optional thing you can do. And I'm really excited that we have this solstice sync today. And I'm being joined by a beautiful group of women. And I'm gonna, let's go to gallery view so that we can see who's joined us today for this solstice sync, attuning to the evolutionary flow of the universe through us. And this was an inspiration of Dr. Jude Currivan from Whole World View. You can see her there. And Jane Corbett, also from Whole World View and Generative Leadership. And Anne-Marie Voorhoeve from also Whole World View and the Hague Center. And Kristin Hoffmann, who's our featured artist today, one of my favorite from the pulses this year. Every time she sings, my heart just soars. And I got a call from these ladies saying that they really wanted to do something special on the solstice, something real, something powerful to close out this beautiful doorway and to open up our hearts for what's to come. And so I'm really, really honored that we get to support this pulse today. It's going to be a 1-hour journey. It's going to begin with Kristin playing some music. We'll move to Jude, who's going to give us a little transmission to open our hearts to this moment in a more powerful way. Jane's going to lead us in a beautiful guided meditation. Kristin will bring us through that meditation into the arms of Anne-Marie, who will share some thoughts. Back to Jude, a beautiful circle, and then we'll come back and have some closing comments. So we invite you to really drop in right now. Let's feel our feet on the ground so that we're connected with this beautiful mother planet, our beautiful, beautiful home. And with our hands on our hearts so that we're present right here. And I know the one thing I love about Solstice is that on the Southern Hemisphere, my brothers and sisters on the other side of the planet, right now, they're opening their hearts and their lives to more light and more love. That's the job right now. If you are on the Southern Hemisphere, open yourself to let more light in, as those of us on the Northern Hemisphere are dropping in and going deeper and deeper and deeper, so that we can hold more love and light. And if we both play our roles, then those of you can go brighter as we're going deeper, and vice versa. So I really love it's the wholeness of our unity that provides us exactly what we need to rise higher and go deeper and realize our full potential. So let's begin. And as we open up with Kristin's music, I really want to invite us to honor and bless all that's been lost in this year. And to really honor and bless all that's been gained in this time. Because it's really been such a powerful opportunity for both. And throughout this call, let's open to the blessings that are still to come as a result of our courage and our compassion and forgiveness and care that we've really shown ourselves and each other throughout this challenging and potentiated evolutionary moment. So Kristin, so happy that you're joining us today. It's the perfect way to start this ceremony with you.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful solstice sync. I felt that it would be beautiful to begin with a piece that I call Born. To me, this piece of music just encapsulates the energy of the solstice when we're just in this beautiful pause between the shadow and the light, reflecting on what we have just come through and getting ready to be birthed into the new. So in this beautiful moment of pause, just let's be together in the music and sync our hearts. Here we go. Speak to me in silence, sacred and wonders, and all my life are all
Thank you, Kristin. As always, my wholehearted gratitude for that beauty. And thank you, Teresa. Oh, my goodness. I feel that was a miracle, actually, that you led us into. You led us into the miracle of what life is about and what birthing is about. And Einstein once said that we live life as though nothing is a miracle or everything is a miracle. And we truly are miracles. Our universe exists and evolves as a unified entity. It literally is a universal. And Kristin has written the most gorgeous song called Universe Soul to express this. And it exists to evolve from simplicity to complexity. It began not in a big bang. It wasn't big, it wasn't a bang. It was the first moment of an exquisite, ordered, intelligent, big breath. And for the last 13.8 billion years, it's evolved from simplicity to ever greater complexity. And we embody its evolutionary impulse. It literally flows through us. The hydrogen in the water of our body and the waters of our beloved Mother Earth is 13.8 billion years old. We are that old. And some days I feel it. But that hydrogen then waited hundreds of millions of years for oxygen to come along in the interiors of stars, and other billions of years before it was able to form water. And that water was gifted to Gaia at her birth, as were all of the ingredients for her organic children. They were gifted to her. And after another 4.5 billion years, here we are. Here we are with the entirety of the universe within us. Over those 13.8 billion years, every single one of all of the elements that make up our universe is here in Gaia's Gaiosphere. It's in the waters of her hydrosphere. It's in her rocks of her geosphere. It's in her air of her atmosphere. It's in her organic children of her biosphere. Every single element through the whole universe is gathered here to help and support ever greater evolutionary abundance. Truly, unity expressed in diversity. And to give an example of just how amazing we are, we have 37 trillion cells that make up our bodies. 37 trillion. That's enough cells for the stars in 100 galaxies. Each of us, each of our cells, if they were stars, would actually be 100 galaxies. The DNA in each of our cells is captured in the tiniest space, far smaller than the thickness of a human hair. And yet, if that DNA was spread out, it would be taller than any of us. And if we add all of that to all of our cells, the DNA of one of us, Kristin's DNA, Anne-Marie's DNA, Jane's DNA, Teresa's DNA, my DNA, everyone's DNA, just one of us would stretch the diameter of our solar system. And when we come together with the whole of our human family, and all of our DNA is spread out, it would be 10 times the diameter of our entire galaxy. It is so amazing. We are so incredible, and not just us. Every one of Gaia's children, Gaia herself, the entire universe is sentient, is living. We just come along after so many billions of years of its life, of its exploration, of its experience, of its evolution. And we stand at its bow wave. We stand in this moment at the bow wave of the universe as children of Gaia, but also able to choose to step into our destiny as co-creative evolutionary partners with Gaia and with the universe as we go forward. This is our choice. This is our opportunity. And we come together at the solstice that represents a cosmic dance. Each year, twice a year, summer and winter, north and south hemispheres, the dance of light and shadow plays a pulse through, rippling through the entirety of Gaia. And as Teresa said, as we go deep into the darkness of the womb of possibility in the north, so the south is in the full light of its manifestation. So we dance with each other. And we asked for this solstice sync to actually be on this day, the 22nd of December in the Northern Hemisphere, but late enough so that we're joined on the morning of the 23rd with our friends in the Southern Hemisphere. And this comes back to an event on the 23rd of December 2003. And I live in the United Kingdom, and the ancient the Druids' teaching, they called this the day out of time, because they actually had a calendar that was lunar as well as solar. And in their lunar calendar, there are 13 months, each of 28 days. So their calendar had 364 moon days in it. So the 365th, the last day of the 3 days of the solstice, was a day out of time. And in 2003, on this day, many of us came together at a sacred place called Avebury in southern England. And there, at the culmination of sacred journeys, which we'd travelled around the world for 3 years to that point, we came together under guidance to turn a master key of energy, of consciousness, that would open Gaia's sentience and the sentience of our entire solar system with the sentience of the galaxy, and therefore grow that sense of evolutionary impulse coming through us to expand beyond the me to the we and the all, and to journey into that remembering, that heart-centered remembering of unity in diversity. So this is a moment for us to not just remember that, but the 13th master key is us. We are centered between heaven and earth. We are at the very center of possibility, of the evolutionary impulse of our universe flowing through us. And this solstice, we also have the wondrousness of a conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And Jupiter and Saturn at this moment, and literally at the beginning of the age of Aquarius. When we look into this new year, we may look forward into it, and we may, in years to come, look back onto it as not just a new year, but the beginning of a new era. So this is our joy, this is our opportunity to come together, to attune with the evolutionary impulse of our universe and really feel it flowing through us. And Anne-Marie guides us always in the wonderful symbolism of what's called the Moebius strip, which is this wonderful pulsing through us, where we are the one expressed in the many. And so in a sense, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in a Moebius strip with the friends in the South. So as we in the North opened the galactic portal 17 years ago, perhaps part of our intention is to pass that opportunity, to strengthen it, to empower it with our friends in the Southern Hemisphere. But all of us together are birthing, as Kristin sang, are birthing the possibilities of this new era together. So thank you, everyone. And I'd like now to pass on to my dear friend, Jane.
So gathering together at this very special time, this Solstice 2020, let's move into a heart-based meditation. Those with apps on, this is your moment to be able to trace how we all impact the global field, the field that we share around this planet. And as we do this, some of the time I'll talk to guide us, and some of the time I'll go silent, so that we can simply be in this moment now, in this moment which is this shift in era, this move into the age of Aquarius. So when you're comfortable, find a way to maybe close your eyes, or if not that, look down. There's nothing that's going to change on the screen for a few minutes. Feel a sense of yourself sitting wherever you may be. All of us gathered together in this circle, north and south, south and north, east and west, west and east. And feel a sense of how your feet touch the ground beneath you. Your feet in contact with the earth. All of us sitting here together, sharing this same planet, our home, our feet on the earth, wherever we may be. And moving to your heart area, that very special energy center. Find a way to slow your breathing down so that you're breathing in and you're breathing out. And as you move into slower breathing, your heart moves into more and more coherent rhythm. All of us here together. Radiating heart energy from our circle out into the world. For indeed we are of this world, out into the cosmos. For indeed, we are of this cosmos. We are one with it. And to accentuate the coherence in your heart, our hearts, find something to be grateful for that's happened today. For myself, it's seeing the sun rise over the sea on the island of Ibiza where I sit here now. Whatever the day has been, there will be some moment to feel gratitude. So bringing that into your heart, feeling it. And feeling the wonder of being here together now. This solstice, December 2020. This shift, this moment of evolutionary impulse. This moment for which there's been so much coming before. So much has happened to bring us to this moment. And to sense into where we can go together, how we can be together with our beating hearts, rhythmic pulse, coherence, together on this planet. And as we draw to a close of this meditation, let's experience a few more moments of silence, here and now, together on this planet.
This song has not yet been written. Together in this moment, send your energy into the music. Let us discover the sound together and see what wants to come forth. It's a choice. It's a choice in this moment. An impulse of love. There's always a choice. There's always a choice. Feel this impulse. This pulse of love.
As we pause, and in this moment of rest, may we indeed choose to see things in a different way, flowered by hope, rooted in love and light. We can be conscious of what our unconsciousness wants to tell us. When we come to love and accept ourselves as part of the circle of life, we have access to an abundant source of inner power. And that power can support us to welcome change. And when change comes, to embrace it without fear and to transform to a next level. The invitation I feel and that I want to share is to walk our life path with joy in our heart and a smile on our lips. We can like the good things in life, laughing and good food and dancing and all kinds of other things we've developed, as we recognize and respect the boundaries that lie there. With all the pain there is, we as humanity can trust that somehow prosperity will bring good health and happiness back into our lives, and that we may enjoy it and put it to use and share abundantly with all. Love and beauty flow through our life in a never-ending stream as we open to the wisdom of the universe, loving and accepting ourselves and realizing our lives are exactly what we make of it. Let us be willing to reboot and apply insights we have gained. At the end of this cycle, into this new cycle, we can also, with all the challenges that we have, be proud of what we have learned and achieved. In my conversations with youth, they acknowledge the end of this cycle that we're in and the need to change. These young people naturally know we are interconnected and interdependent with all life forms. In our inquiries, we use silence and meditation and easily share and explore deeply. These young people long for different education and inspiration, looking for ways to contribute and co-create, as we do too. What am I proud of? Who am I? What are my talents? What can I still develop in this next cycle? What is my purpose? What is our purpose? And what are our next steps in living that? Unity is our power. Diversity is our strength. And love in action is the way to open up new potentials for a flourishing future for the whole world, attuning with the evolutionary flow of the universe through us.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Kristin, and thank you, Jane. When we opened that galactic portal to possibility 17 years ago at Avebury, we spoke together the following words that are, it seems to me, as profound and as resonant now, in fact, perhaps more so now than even then. So I just invite us to again be in our hearts and to hear these words with hope, with love in action, that, as Anne-Marie said, is our hope for the future and for our children and their children. We join with Gaia and each other to bring new life to the land, to restore the waters, to refresh the air. We join with Gaia and each other to renew the forests, to care for the plants, to protect the creatures. We join with Gaia and each other to celebrate the seas, to rejoice in the sunlight, to sing the song of the stars. We join with Gaia and each other to recreate the human community, to promote justice and peace, to remember our children. We join with Gaia and each other. We join together as many and diverse expressions of one loving mystery for the healing and renewal of all life. Aho.
So beautiful. Such a beautiful journey these glorious women have taken us on today. I'd love for those of you in the chat, maybe send some words of what you're feeling right now as we go around this circle, and I invite some closing words from each of these beautiful women. And Jude, as we come to the end, maybe you can share a little bit about whole world view also, so that we know about the good work that all of you are doing. But I'm going to start with Jane. Jane, thank you so much for that beautiful guided meditation. Your voice and the quality of your presence always takes us in so beautifully. Just wanted to know if you have some closing words for our community today, this blessing.
Even when all looks like it's dark, beneath the earth, the green shoots are coming up. And soon, very soon, they will be in the light. And we will be one.
Beautiful. Thank you. Anne-Marie, it was so nice to have you bring in the youth. And I know you're doing such beautiful work with the youth around the world. And thank you so much for that. And just wondered if you wanted to bring in some closing blessings too.
Well, the intergenerational interaction is such joy and so beautiful, and it's part of us as humanity. And I think it's the music and the song and the silence that is also so generative. So I would love to just hear some music.
Beautiful. And Kristin, your music, of course, I mean, every time I hear you sing, it just like opens my heart. You're my favorite artist, I think, from this year in the Pulses. And I'm sharing a link to your Bandcamp, which you could just tell us what's there, because I think there's people that really want to hear more of it. And I'm also putting a link for if you would like to make a donation to Kristin. And I have to say that the artists this year, they've been showing up and they've been doing all of this to help kind of make these events more beautiful and more powerful and more potent. And they've been doing it as volunteers. And so I just went and made a donation. I felt so good. It was just like, yes, I want to give back. And I really want to encourage people to do that, because that's how we can get more of this beautiful love through your voice. So Kristin, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you who have been tuning in and creating this field, co-creating this field with us today. I hope that the music has helped you to go deeper into your heart. That's always my intention, to just be a vessel for the highest energy and the highest frequency to come through that can help us remember our unique sparks and offerings to this beautiful planet Gaia. So if you'd like to listen more, I think Teresa put a link to my Bandcamp page, and I had her link to the Bandcamp rather than my website, which is kristinhoffmann.com, because on Bandcamp I have a lot of musical activism pieces and a lot of sound healing pieces that aren't actually really fully out in the world yet. So if you liked kind of the vibe of what was playing today, I recommend listening to a record called Solome Songs of Light, which was all intuitive, improvisational pieces that came through much in the manner that I brought the second piece through today. And there's another record called Amazing Space that's perfect for meditation, and a record called The Human Compass that's all about the journey of life, and other records as well, and then musical activism pieces. So please dive in. I hope it supports you in your life, and you can stream for free and download as well. So thank you so much. It's been an honor to be here. Sharing with all of these beautiful goddesses, and gratitude, infinite gratitude. May this time of solstice be an empowering time where you can plant new seeds now for the harvest ahead. And whatever has happened in the past is, this is a reset, right? We can just literally come to this moment and let everything else go and think about, what are the new seeds I want to plant? What am I going to be manifesting in this next cycle of my life? And just shed that old skin and really step into this present moment with all of your heart.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kristin.
Thank you.
And Jude, thank you for your inspiration and you taking us and, opening us to the bigger story that we are. And I know that's so much of the work you're doing with Whole World View, and just appreciate your sweetheart so much. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
And again, to add my voice to everyone's, thank and bless everyone who's with us today and every day. And for me, this is not just reminding us that we are one, but re-hearting us that we are one. And I noticed in the chat earlier, Patricia said, in 2021, I affirm we are all one. So let 2021 be the year where we literally embody that oneness that is our true nature, that is the true reality of our universe. And let us link up and lift up together. Let us level up and light up together as we journey on to this homecoming to the wholeness of who we really are. This can really truly be, as Kristin said, this is the seed for us to birth a new era together. So thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful solstice time. Today and every day, let's remember to pulse the field with our love and care, our compassion and forgiveness every day. Blessings.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So much love, so much light. Blessings.
Yeah, blessings to everyone. All right. Have a lovely day.